Two boys.
One brain cell.
How we doing? I'm Chuck.
No doubt.
All right, let's move on.
Don't rush me. Don't you freaking rush me, boy. Don't you rush me.
So, we're checking out No Doubt today.
Gwen Stefani, let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to our Patreons for the pick. Now,
All I know is this is about to be bananas.
God damn it. Boys say, girls say. That's the sad part. I think I'm more familiar with her pop music than her ska. I think maybe the first album or two is ska, but I don't know if all of it's ska.
I don't know.
I'm very picky with No Doubt. I have a lot of friends that love No Doubt, and I don't necessarily have a big problem with it, but it just never really popped, you know?
Yeah.
I have a couple songs here and there that I do enjoy that we found via people requesting and Patreons and whatnot, but I think the majority I'm just kind of like meh about.
Yeah. I mean, that's about fair. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of hit and miss with them for the most part with what I've heard, which isn't a lot.
Yeah.
Of No Doubt, but what I have heard from No Doubt, I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah. It's all right.
It's not going to knock my socks off by any means, but
Maybe this one will.
hopefully.
No doubt. What did you think of that, bud?
Well, I like the No Doubt puns throughout. I will say this.
Oh, boy. Go ahead.
Well, she just talked about how hard it is to make music. Because it's 5 people bringing their art together to make something. It's not easy.
Yeah.
And then she talked about planting seeds and moving on, which is exactly what she did when she went solo.
Stop, dude. Dude. You know how uptight like ska and punk are about sellouts? That I feel like this is one they avoid at all costs. Like I hardly ever see anybody dog on Gwen, and I don't understand why. Because,
well, I don't know why. Like I don't know the story behind what made her go solo.
All right. So from my understanding, like their first couple albums had no doubt they were ska, and then it kind of was less ska towards the end there, and people stopped kind of caring. But she went solo and blew up, but she's never looked back. I feel like it's completely ignored. Like she's abandoned this style altogether and doesn't talk about it. And she's now married to Blake Shelton.
Yeah.
So like, I just don't know how you could be married to somebody with bad music like that. You know what I mean? Like, just
Blake or Gwen?
Well, at this point, you know what I mean? There's a reason she moved on from ska. She has bad taste.
I like Blake Shelton. Hold on.
Him too. Fucking mainstream country. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Well,
I don't mind. Like if I'm going after mainstream country, typically Blake's not involved. Though he definitely tried to get on that.
Mean Machine's favorite song is by Blake Shelton.
Listen,
but it's Old Red, so it's one of the
older ones. Yeah, my problem with Blake is like when he like started kind of losing his thing, like around like 2015. He's like, you know what we'll do? I'll put out music that sounds like Jason Aldean.
Yeah,
it's like okay.
He tried to go with the bro country, but
the bro country didn't want him.
No, it didn't.
It just didn't work out all good. But he did put out that one song like Sangria that wasn't awful. But no, like it just, I don't know. To me, it's always been kind of like, I've always been on the fence about No Doubt. And then I'm not one to bash on somebody for being successful.
No.
I don't really carry that. Like I do enjoy if you do something more yourself rather than blowing up via commercially or whatever, right?
One thing that I really do enjoy, though, one thing I really like about sometimes when people get super successful, right, or super popular through this sound, but they started with this sound, is when they mesh the two after they're famous.
100%, that's fine.
Love that.
That's fine.
You're bringing your old the stuff you were doing
100%
up.
Yeah, and like while I've always enjoyed Gwen's solo stuff because I was a kid when that stuff was on a lot of times, so like pop music really didn't bother me. Still doesn't bother me.
My mom played Beat Bananas through the house for like 2 straight weeks.
Dude, that
it was the only song that played.
I remember our county fair. It just played constantly. Just constantly at the county fair, dude. It was not that and like
I know how to spell bananas now.
Look at this photograph. You know what I mean? Like, dude, those are rock star. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Rock star and Bananas was played at the fair all the time. But still, it didn't, like, her commercial success didn't really bother me. What bothered me was that she completely, seems to avoid talking about any of that or bringing any of that style of music into her music now. And I just don't know. It just, it makes me feel less interested in the band because she's not really interested in it.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I just,
which is
very confused about this. Yeah, it's just, I know. It just, when a band's already in the middle for you.
Right.
And you're like looking for some reason why you would want to. A lot of times I can do it through personal, like I'll read up about the band and be like, oh wow, the members went through this and like to craft this, like, and you're like, that's awesome. And they really love it, you know? And I even like the bands that like transition to different genres or move on and progress, which is fine. I'm not bashing bands that progress by any means, instead of doing the same old sound. But I still like when those bands look back to that time.
And maybe have just a little piece of it.
Just a little, yeah. And maybe they're like, you know what, maybe we'll do a song or two on this new album that sounds something like our old stuff.
Or even if it's not a full song, just like a 30-second little piece in a song that goes back and shows that.
I have the same thing.
Even it's just that little salt beam.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and it's not like you need to do a whole album on it. Okay, I get maybe that you're done with the sound and you've moved on. But you do have a lot of fans in your fan base that still really love that sound. And like every once in a while, they'll throw your community a bone.
Yeah.
Like, is it really that hard? I don't know.
It shouldn't be that bad.
I also am on the thing, though, if you're an artist, you should do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And you trying to, like, you see this a lot with, like, video games nowadays where you have a lot of people, they're trying to build their game using the community.
Yeah.
And it kind of turns into this thing that's super generic at the end that nobody really wants. Like, the community thought they wanted this, but when they actually got it, it ruined the game.
Right.
You know, so like sometimes that does happen with art, unfortunately, when you have your community very involved. But I don't know. It just always kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit with the way she did it. Again, I'm not avoiding her music by any means. It just makes me less interested in getting into it. That's all.
And then, you know, try to get into this, and it was just not good.
Yeah, I will admit this was very middle ground for me. It's gonna be actually a flat 5, just right on the nose.
Wow,
low for you, I'm imagining. Yeah, I just looked over there and I was like, yeah, I don't think Chuckles is really enjoying this. Excuse me.
No, so my big complaints, right?
Sure.
First and foremost, that chorus, it became a mangled mess.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
It was definitely had some chaos there.
And your entire song's about how making songs is hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be honest.
If I like music, I know this.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I'm less bothered by that because it feels a little nonsensical. Like kind of I don't know.
That's fair.
Or maybe it was like, oh, we want to do something that's like kind of shows the little background of what we're doing in a fun way, right? It was just honestly just everything else just didn't really pan out the way I wanted it. Like, I don't know. It didn't do anything for me. How'd that?
With the drum, did that snare bother you?
It just was very middle ground. Like everything in this was just like, meh. Like, cool. If I hear this again, sweet. Yeah. If not, sweet.
I'm a 4.2.
Yeah.
No playlist.
Yeah. Okay.
If I hear it again, whatever.
I'll be honest. I'll probably throw this in a playlist just to see what happens with it. Yeah. Even though it's a flat 5 and that's kind of unheard of for me. But it's just because I'm so middle ground about it. It's weird. Very odd. Like
you're hoping it grows. Or it doesn't.
Again, I don't know.
You wanted to do something.
This is where, like, okay, for example, like, I'm trying to think of another band where I'm like, okay, this is cool that they did this. Like, I don't know. There's a lack of personality there for me that is really getting me involved on top of the music. I don't know. A lot of times, if I can't get into a band, I get into like System of a Down. I hated System of a Down. Hated it. Still, I'm not a huge fan. But you know what? The more I hear the lead singer talk about some of like the stuff that I'm like, this dude's a real smart guy. And then I get more interested in the music. And then I start checking out stupid stuff. Yeah. I'm like, why the fuck are they singing about pizza though? You know? I was like, what is happening?
My only problem with System of a Down.
Oh boy.
Is the way they name their songs. Drives me crazy.
Wake up! Chop Suey, BYOB, and then have nothing connected to it at all.
Yeah.
You gotta listen to the song Spiders.
Is it about spiders?
It's about spiders.
Oh, they did something.
It's about spiders, dude.
What album is this off of? I know it's No Doubt.
No Doubt, yeah. Sorry, trying to keep up with the ADHD here, guys. We're bouncing all over the place. It's awesome. So this is their first album.
Oh, okay.
So that explains a lot. That explains that really raw sound. And again, lyrically, you're not seeing a whole lot of depth there. Understandable. Definitely understandable. In fact, these first 3 albums are what I've heard a lot about: Tragic Kingdom, the Beacon Street Collection, and No Doubt. But I kind of feel like people after that, I really started disliking their stuff. Oh, it looks like they did something in 2024.
Oh yeah, it does.
Well, I'll be damned. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass, guys. No surprise there.
Interesting.
I just have never seen her talk in the interviews or anything about ska, man. It just really felt like it's like very abandoned. You know, like it just like tossed aside and moved on. I don't know, but clearly they have a set list, and let's see what let's take a gander at what's
Hella Good, Ex-Girlfriend. It's My Life.
Is Hey Baby? Hold on, oh my God, they did do Hey Baby. Is that No Doubt? I thought that was her solo stuff. Oh, they did Total Hate in 95. Okay. All right. Well, maybe I'm full of shit, apparently, guys. It happens. It happens to us all. Correct me in the comments.
Don't speak.
Don't speak. That's what I'm saying, though. Even towards the end of their music.
Wait, hold on.
Exactly.
Was Don't Speak, No Doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, so number one song. Okay. That's what I said. They kind of lost the ska thing by the end.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah.
It was just pop.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. So, like, that's what I'm like. I think it's funny because, like, I don't see them talked a lot because.
And It's My Life. Like, I thought that was just Gwen.
That's just a set list, so that might be Gwen.
Okay.
Like that's off that set list album.
Okay.
Again, I'm not super familiar. It's just kind of a weird thing. Like I hear ska people talk about, like, you know, in ska groups, they talk about No Doubt, but it's always the first couple albums, and nobody really talks like badly about Gwen. But it's just like I don't understand I don't know, man.
I mean, hey, maybe she went off to do a solo thing, got really big, and then came back to pick them up.
In 2024? It took that fucking long?
Yeah, she waited like 20 years. But
yeah.
Hey, I mean,
Jesus Christ.
I'm trying to help her here.
Chuck, quit it, okay? Let me hate a little bit.
No.
Just a little bit.
No.
Okay, I won't hate.
I don't let my boy hate.
No, honestly, again, I don't have any problems with Gwen. I personally never really got it.
Such a hater.
Like, she was so involved with the scene, like, especially, like, they were really good friends with, like, Sublime and stuff. Yeah. Like, so it's just weird to see them not involved at all in that scene 20 years later.
Yeah.
At all. Just poof.
And you never hear about them.
No. You still hear about fucking Sublime in Rome.
Yeah, hey, bud, there's no doubt they're not in the ska scene no more.
We're two boys.
We got one brain cell.
Shout out to our Patreons for the pick. I hate you.
Chuck. I know.